Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get ready to mumble.
She had walls, and she was bulldozing them all by herself. To my future husband, if you're listening to this, I might be saying shit that you weren't expecting.
Hello. I'm Suswana.
And I'm Reon.
Are you ready to mumble?
I guess.
No, you absolutely are.
I don't make decisions for me, please.
Ooh, bad habit.
What, you making decisions for someone?
Yes.
That is a bad habit. Maybe you should fix that. It's a new year.
Do people ever actually keep their New Year resolutions?
I for sure don't.
I never have.
I 1 year actually didn't even write any New Year resolutions. So
Okay, first of all, this girl has a bullet journal.
Yeah, so I had a bujo, and in the bujo there was a page that says goals, and I halfway through the year, or actually probably even towards the end of the year, I looked back on it and I was like, wow, I wrote no goals.
Nothing. Well, we jumped right into New Year's resolutions. Nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. But first, where in the world is Suswana today? I'm in New York. If you're new to the podcast, I live in LA, but I was born and raised in New York, and I'm back here for the holidays. And I was like, I want to talk to my friends. And so we have Reon here.
Hi.
Who are you?
I don't know how to introduce myself, to be honest.
What do you think of when you think of yourself?
I have to be honest, I don't think of myself all that often.
Ooh, there's some self-worth work I feel like we need to do here.
Listen, it's the end of the year. Seasonal depression has really been hidden. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Love
we're
that.
both depressed bitches. We
Now
love
more
it.
than normal.
It's so great.
I really hate it here. But my name is Reon. I was born and raised in New York. We actually met in high school.
Yeah.
Though we weren't friends in high school, really.
No, not really. For most of high school, we weren't. We knew of each other.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty small school, so it's hard to not to know people in your grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether I remember any of them now is a completely different story.
I definitely have seen some folks on Facebook and Instagram that because Instagram changed their algorithm, so it's back to prioritizing your followers again.
Is it really? I thought they just had two separate feeds.
Bitch, I don't know. I'm just going off of what it seems like in my feed.
Oh, I see.
And it looks like I'm getting a lot more friends and family posts again. And I'm gonna be real. There's some people that I'm just like, who the fuck are you?
Why do you follow them then? It's my question.
Well, then I go to their profile. I'm like, oh, we went to high school. Oh, you're my graduating class. Which, by the way, a lot of people in our class are getting engaged.
Oh, yeah, I know. Left and right. And I actually know there are going to be probably a few more people that are going to get engaged this year.
My thumbs are hurting from writing congratulations under all these posts.
You know what? I'm spiteful. I don't even write congratulations. I'm like, all right, you're happy. I get it. I am not.
I try. Being a good person is hard work. I really have to put conscious effort into it because I'm a Gemini.
Well, I don't think writing congratulations on an engagement post makes you a good person. So,
oh shit,
that's you can be an awful person and still do that.
Yeah, but appearances.
Oh, well, I don't give a fuck about appearance. I'm literally in.
I look cozy.
I look like a bum.
You're on a couch.
Come on.
I think it's kind of.
I think it's pretty obvious. I don't give a shit.
We knew each other in high school. We weren't really friends, but then we had gym class our senior year.
Oh my god, that gym class.
We did fitness.
We don't anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. Before, when we were setting up, she was like, I worked out today for the first time in 6 months?
Yeah.
What were the sounds that you made?
Ooh, ah. Yeah, well, I'm a dancer. You know, I think the pandemic really like it made some people really get into exercising. For me, it made me just stop moving altogether.
It's funny because during quarantine, I actually started working out a lot. Like I was working out, I think like 5 to 7 times a week,
Yeah.
which is the most I've ever done.
I do
And,
remember
like,
this. You were doing the Chloe Ting's work.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of like different bunch of like YouTube workouts, and I actually got really into it, and I like got actually pretty fit. And then what happened was I started to get back into work when I was in retail. And then I was like, well, you know what? I walk a lot during retail during my job anyway. So I'm like, all right, I don't really need to be,
I don't know if that's the right.
you know, I'm like, I'm moving my body. It's the same. It is not the same.
No.
So after that, I just like slowly stopped. But I actually just paid my friend to make a workout plan for me.
Ooh.
Because he's like a
little personal trainer?
Well, he's a physical therapist, and he has like a consulting business on the side.
Ooh. Okay, wait. I need intros.
Yeah, I'll introduce you to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yo, I need to get back into working out. Can you like make a workout plan for me?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. I
need someone to keep me accountable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why we worked out so well when we were
Yes.
in gym class, because like we were always just trying to one up everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, it wasn't because we wanted to get fit. We wanted to be stronger than everybody else.
Our 20-pound dumbbells was our achievement.
Nothing else in life, though.
No. So we did that, and I think that was when we actually like really started talking, and it wasn't, I think by the end of senior year, we had, gotten somewhat close, but it wasn't really, I guess, until college that like we became like real
good friends.
Yeah.
I think it's because in college we like were out of the high school setting, so we really had time to like get to know each other more in our hobbies, and then we figured out we're both insanely into YouTube.
Yes. Very into YouTube. First of all, my intro, if y'all notice the reference for my Where in the World, let me know in the comments, in the YouTube comments, if you're watching the video.
Oh, I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I have no idea.
All right, I'll tell you after.
Okay, great. Because I feel like
it was a throwback.
Yeah, but like I feel like I just haven't been watching like over the years. I really changed who I watched. So like all of the OG YouTubers that we used to connect through, like I don't watch them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, many of them have like shifted into different lanes.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, I still try and like follow those people wherever they've like migrated to.
Did you watch Lily Singh's talk show?
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
I
did not.
Well, I didn't. I didn't like watch it religiously, but I definitely did try to follow it. I have my opinions about that I'm going to reserve for the moment. You know what? It's fine. I can talk about it. Other people have already talked about it. I didn't think it was for her.
Yeah. I can see that. I feel like now that I'm actually getting older, I'm looking at like the content that I used to consume as a kid, and I guess like back then it was comforting, but now that I've gotten wiser in some ways, I realized like a lot of the content that I used to watch, like Lily Singh's, where she was using the whole like, oh, my parents are immigrant shtick, and then doing like the stereotypical voices of them. I'm like, I think we can do better now as a society. Yeah. And I think like we've definitely like moved on from.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely, an evolution of comedy and nuance since then, for sure, right? These were all YouTubers who came up at a time where the climate was much different.
Oh, 100%. Like, I think in a way, like, most people were just trying to feel relatable. Yeah. But like now that everyone feels relatable to everyone, like we are more like, we should be more cautious about how we approach topics.
I mean, I think I'm also like from the camp of like, there's a point where like I feel like some folks like just don't get that it's a joke.
Yeah, for sure. I think like some people definitely need to go outside and touch grass.
I want to go back to our friendship because you've said that we are unlikely friends.
Yeah, I feel like because we were acquaintances for so long. I think like when people kind of like look at us from the outside in, like they'll be like, why are they friends? They're
Two different personalities.
two very different personalities.
Yeah.
Well, from the outside. And then like we got to know each other better, and then we were like, wow, we actually like a lot of the same things. We're both stupid in our own ways.
This bitch just called me dumb.
Well, you are dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I just want to say, I think my sound engineer hates me right now because of all these like shrill squeaks I'm making. No, he said I'm good.
What do you think? Do you think we were unlikely friends? Like, I think
Oh,
like
for sure.
very particular situations that we were put in.
Yeah. I
It's
mean, I
like-
think the whole reason for why it took so long for us to become friends is because I would like, you know, we would see each other and I was just like,
First of all, the first impression I had of this girl, for those of you who've never,
oh, I know where this is
I
going.
know, for those of you who've never seen Suswana in high school,
Which is
a
lot of you.
which is a lot of you. So if I can find a picture and she lets me, I will pop it on the screen.
Okay.
But she's like, please don't.
Oh my God.
I
Are
will
there
paint-
photos of me? I don't even know.
If there's not, I'll paint you a picture. She had, so her curly hair now was
down to my hips.
down to her hips, and she always had it like up
Yes.
too.
It was, so it was just a really long ponytail.
Yeah, it was just a really long ponytail, and then she had like this giant backpack on her back at all times.
Which I
right?
still have a giant backpack.
You still have.
Yeah.
It's gotten better. It was definitely worse in high school.
Yeah.
It's gotten better. And then not only that, she had a giant, and I mean giant. I've never seen a binder so fucking large before in my life. Carrying it everywhere. Suswana and her binder were inseparable.
Yeah.
I've never seen you without it except for in the gym.
Yeah. It was my identity. It was how people knew me. And I took that
For-
shit seriously.
For 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years, and she did not change.
No. Never once. The only thing that I would start with a new binder every year, and I would put
But
like
they were still so big from like
I know
the
from day
beginning.
one. I know because I got like 4-inch binders.
Here's the kicker. We had lockers.
Yes, we
Like-
did
like-
have lockers.
Everybody
But-
individually had their own lockers that we could go to.
You know, I'm quirky as fuck, and I like actually have a fear of opening doors.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm like perpetually scared that I'm not going to be able to open a door. That includes lockers.
What do you mean you can't open? Like, is it like an embarrassment thing, or is
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
an-
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like- I can't- that is embarrassing. I will give that to you.
And that includes lockers. And I don't even think it wasn't until like, yeah, I want to say my senior year that I actually learned how to use like the locker combination locks.
So like the first 3 years, you just went without
Yeah.
knowing how to
So
open
that's
your
why I was
locker?
always carrying all my shit. Because I was like, I can't use the locker.
You could.
Well,
Why didn't you ask somebody?
right, yeah. So Sanella, so one of our other friends, Sanella, and I shared a locker, and so she actually would keep the locker open for me.
So sad.
She'd be like, "We might get robbed, but like, we're just gonna have to keep this."
No,
locker open."
everyone at our high school was like, they're not the type.
I wouldn't have put it past somebody. But
Okay, what would you have in your locker that would?
man, yeah, you should know by now. Nerds are the most vicious.
Yeah, but like everybody had like their own. Like during senior year, everyone like.
Oh no, senior year was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like everyone had their own like.
By the last year of high school, nobody gave a fuck anymore.
Yeah,
But yes, that binder was my identity. I took it seriously, and the only thing that I would change about it every year would be the depressive emo quote that I put on the front of the binder.
Oh my god.
I literally one
Do you
year.
remember any of those quotes?
Yeah, there's one that I remember. I think it was junior year. The quote was, "Depression is a disease. Get well soon." Sorry, not depression. Oh, fuck. Jealousy. Jealousy is a disease.
Those are very two different.
Yeah. Jealousy is a disease. Get well soon.
Damn. Were you jealous of anyone? Was that something?
No, it wasn't for me. It was
me,
for
it
the
was for
other
everyone
else.
else.
Yeah.
Who's looking at your giant
Yeah.
first of all, no one's looking at the binder because the way you carried it, it was like your baby.
I
You
was
were like
protecting it at
hugging
all
that thing.
costs.
So who's looking at the cover?
You know, when I put it down on the table, or actually, no, I had it on the front and the back.
Oh my god!
I thought about it. Yeah, it was on the front and the back. Same shit.
Do you remember anything else? Any other quotes or just that
No,
one?
I think there was another year. I just had like different photos of broken hearts.
Oh my god!
Like,
Are you okay?
no. Didn't we start this saying we're both depressed?
That's true.
Um,
But it seems like you've been depressed for a really long time. That was. Well, we graduated 8 years ago.
yeah.
So like that was a decade ago.
I mean, yeah, I've been going to therapy for a long time. All right, so then we went to college.
yeah, and then we actually went to different colleges, but we were both in the city.
Yeah.
So like we actually got closer when we were apart.
Yeah.
Distance does make the heart grow fonder.
We both went to college and it was rough for us.
Oh god, college was. I've never wanted. That's not true. I was gonna say I've never wanted to give up more, but I currently want to give up. So like, it was a tough time. I think also because like our friend passed away in college too.
Yeah.
And that was like.
Yeah.
That was a lot for 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know, in general. So
For sure. There was definitely that. There was also, I mean, at least for me, I was working full time and a student full time.
yeah, I don't think we've ever taken a break.
No. Like, and I've discussed this with my therapist actually, that like, you know, I graduated from high school and 2 weeks later I started my job.
Oh wow, right off the bat.
Yeah, it was right off the bat.
Oh, I thought it was like sometime in freshman year you got
No,
the job.
it was 2 weeks later. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I didn't really actually get to like have a proper summer
More break.
between
Yeah.
high school and college.
Which actually I think that's a really important summer. Like,
I agree.
yeah.
And then I've just been working full time since then. Obviously, college. I was.
You should take like a year off.
She's like, hello. Like, maybe you should take a break now.
Like, honestly, I will encourage anyone who's younger than us to take a year off.
Yeah.
At some point in your life.
Yeah.
I think it's actually really important because I don't think, like, especially with like how intense our education system is.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to take a break to like just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't do that, you're just going to fizzle and burn out, and life is so much harder
Mm-hmm.
to navigate when you are so burnt out. Because it's like you're living like at the edge of all times, and it's like, okay, sometimes we can't just take a step back. Like, what's the rush?
Yeah.
To do everything. Of course, I understand how much of a privilege it is to be able to take a break. So like,
I was just gonna say that you know, it's, you know, not everybody has the opportunity or, you know, the luxury of being
Yeah.
able to just take a year off, which is part of why I haven't been able to take a year off because of the responsibilities that I have.
but if you can, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
I think it's just so important to like, at least if not take a complete year off, then at least like maybe a few months,
Yeah.
maybe a month, or like just slow down. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. I mean, the society we live in, and you know, the very capitalist society
Yeah.
that we live in, right? It has trained us to be productive at all times, and for us to like constantly be hustling and grinding, especially in the creative field, especially now where, you know, with social media and instant gratification, it's just it feels like we like always have to be on and always have to be working to stay relevant, working to get the next gig, and we can go into this in our next conversation if we want to about, you know, the grind of freelancing, but it's exhausting, and you know, it doesn't give you the chance to really actually get to know yourself
yeah.
and, you know, understand like what really makes you happy and what do you really want to be doing in
Or
this
like
life.
what keeps you going.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's I don't I think we're taught that work is what should keep you going, and that's not necessarily true.
Yeah. Well, I actually think like for most people, work is not what keeps them going.
Exactly.
Like for some people, for sure it is. Like,
Yeah.
And I used to be like that, where like my work and like my side hustles was everything to me, and then I hit a wall, and I was like fuck. Outside of this, I don't know who I am anymore, and I like completely. I just stepped back. I was actually thinking about this on the way here today. I was like, man, I've been on for like 3-4 days in a row, and I'm so fucking exhausted. I don't know how I used to do this 7 days a week.
I don't know either. Like I don't like I used to pull all-nighters through college, and like if I have tried to do that in recent years, and like my entire body just breaks.
I honestly, like, I am on. Well, I'm always on the brink of crying, but like, I'm on the brink of just,
yeah,
yeah. Like, there's not even a word for me to describe, because I'm really running on like pure adrenaline at the moment.
Yeah,
and I'm like, wow. So if me knowing how rest feels now, how did I do it when I was like 19? Was it because I had more energy? Was it because like I'm more passionate, or was it because like, oh, society told me to do this, so I feel like I must do this? And then when I taken a proper rest, like especially during quarantine, I was like, oh, I don't have to live my life like that.
I mean, that was the quarantine was definitely a turning point for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because it forced everybody to stop.
Yeah.
Because we literally had no other choice.
Which was nice. I actually really appreciated, like, I actually saw, so one of my favorite artists came out with a new album recently, RM. He came out
BTS.
He came out with Indigo, and I actually saw like little snippets of like behind the scenes that they posted, and he has been making that album for like 2-3 years now. And I'm like, wow. So like maybe we don't need to be constantly turning like out content so quickly, because you can work on things for 2 to 3 years, and it's okay to like just go back and look at your work and like slow down.
Yeah.
So,
well, with that, we recommend everybody to take a little rest. Maybe fall asleep to the sound of my voice. It's okay. Just let the podcast play. Let it get some views and stream numbers.
And this is how we're gonna be talking.
This is how I'm signing off.
Oh,
just trying to get everybody to calm down a little bit.
I've never been more calm in my life. I feel very zen right now. Thank you for this.
You're welcome. Rate, comment, subscribe, leave comments, and peace.
That was not calm, but bye.